on, traders? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. For today's video, we're going to be talking about how to start your own business. I want to make sure that I talk about that this isn't the only way that you can start a business. This is just me talking about my best practices and what has led to my success in actually starting a business. It's actually going to be a lot more than that, because you guys can simply Google, how to start a business, or watch a series of other videos by a bunch of other, entrepreneurs or business owners that kind of go into detail about how to start a business. I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity now due to the 30,000 plus subscribers that I have within my YouTube channel. I can't thank you guys enough for that, as well as the 30,000 plus members within the TechButt Solutions community. If you guys don't know what TechButt is, we're an online platform. All we do is we share best practices, we share mistakes, and we provide a supportive environment for both new and experienced traders. We mainly focus in the stock market, but one of the biggest things is I wanted to create a platform where it's safe and non-manipulative for people and new investors to have access to trading or to share ideas. And that's one of the biggest things. It's a free Facebook group. The link is down below if you're not a part of it already. And you have access to network with over 30,000 members. So all we ask you to do is to provide a supportive environment for both new and experienced traders, and to help motivate one another. That's the whole point of that group. But one of the very common questions that we've been getting is, I actually got it yesterday, and I met up with someone in Kansas. His name is Will. Amazing guy, super motivated. He goes to ASU like myself, and he just wanted some advice and kind of starting his own business. Right now, he has his girlfriend. He is working a job as well, and he has this idea for a business, but it's hard to juggle, this school and having a job and then trying to run your own business when trying to day trade and do different things on the side. So we were talking about day trading, we were talking about so many other things, and it's been a very common question within my platform. So I wanted to kind of give it my own perspective. And again, this is just me sharing my best practices. You guys can share your own opinion, and I really want to hear what you guys have to say. But I wanted to talk about what's kind of led to my success and my point of view when it comes to starting your business and what I would have done a little bit better. So if you guys don't know who I am, again, my name is Ricky. I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur here based in Gilbert, Arizona. I'm a full-time student at ASU Polytechnic. I have a normal job as well, but I run a series of other businesses. I have a technology company known as TechButt Solutions. Again, it's just an online platform, but I own real estate. I have a property management company, and then I own a series of other businesses that have to do with online sales and stuff like that. I actually just established one more business today, and it came down to the buying and the reselling of different products, as in cars, vehicles, and motorcycles. The reason that I had to establish that business, it's actually due to the amount of items that we're actually selling per month. It exceeded the legal limit for the actual state that you can do as a private party. So I made the decision that I have a series of people that help me out with this, so I might as well just establish a business, set up a whole game plan on how we're going to be successful in this specific business, and then I just did it. I went, established the LLC. I was going to ask you guys if you guys want me to make a video on how to establish an LLC. I don't use LegalZoom. I don't use or pay any of those third-party companies to actually get it done, because they take a huge chunk of change. It's actually a lot more expensive to go through those. So it's very inexpensive to form an LLC and to get your EIN number and all that specific stuff. So if you guys want me to talk about how I did that, I'd be more than happy to do a tutorial video for those that want to establish your business. I opened up the different accounts that we needed to get this thing off the ground, and I just thought, this isn't necessarily something that I thought years ago that I was going to do. Again, it just started as a hobby, but again, it came down to identifying a little niche that we were profitable in, something that we were being successful in, and I took advantage of that opportunity. We set up a game plan on how we're going to be successful, and then we just went for it. But what's different from my story than many of you guys? I feel like every single person that watches me, the 30,000 subscribers, I want to say a majority of you guys, a lot of you guys are from 25 to 34 years old. There's also a lot of people that we have from 18 to 24, and then there's a couple, teenagers as well. I want to make sure that you guys understand, you guys watch my channel. I don't post, fun daily vlogs. I don't even really post videos about my cars or kind of fun experiences anymore. Everything that my content has to do with is investing and business. So because you guys watch my videos, I can only imagine that you guys are motivated individuals and entrepreneurs and investors that are aspiring to be better than or more than the average person. So how is it that I can guide you guys in the right direction, or kind of just give you guys some tips? Well, after my talk with Will and after my talk with a series of other members that have direct messaged me, one of the biggest questions is, how do I start my business while managing everything it is that I'm doing? A lot of people like myself were going to school full time, had a full-time job, I had a girlfriend, that's a whole other job on its side, and we're still juggling these different little, side hobbies or businesses, as in day trading, investing in, specific business it is that you have. But how is it that you can really get things going? A lot of people get drawn back with the idea of, well, I have a full-time job, I have, school, and I'm dedicating so much time to these things, I need to cut school down, or I need to leave my job to focus on this business. That is a way that some people approach it, such as, the CEO and the founder of Airbnb, dropped everything, went in 100%, and he made it big. Understanding that realistically, a lot of people don't actually see that form of success. It doesn't always happen that way. I don't want to discourage you guys. I'm just saying I'm more of a conservative investor and I'm more of a conservative entrepreneur. What that means is I'm willing to work twice or 4 times as hard as the average person to manage my stable income, to manage my schoolwork, to manage my girlfriend, to manage the series of other businesses that I have, as well as to develop and create new businesses when I see potential. Yes, I'm working like a dog. Yes, I'm doing, things that usually, it takes 5 to 10 people to do. But because I have the drive, because I have the passion, I'm willing to put forth the time to make all those things happen. And that's what I want you guys to focus on. I really don't have a complete A to B on how to start your own business. I don't think really any specific individual can make a video that can guide every single member that watches that video in the right direction when starting a business, because there's so many different types of businesses that you can create nowadays that it's just not realistic. One of the biggest things that have led to my success when it comes to actually starting a business is if you believe that you have an idea, a product, or a service that can create value to a specific individual, understand that realistically, if you really think that you can build value, that someone is willing to pay money for that, create a business plan. And what I mean by that might sound boring. I get super excited when it comes down to creating business plans, because it's not the traditional way of like, okay, how you learn in school on how to actually create a business plan. What I usually do is, how much is this item going to cost me to create, the time that I'm going to have to put into it, and how much can I actually profit off of it? And then I just set up a plan. A lot of people get drawn back by the idea that you might not be profitable, or that you might want to charge what all these other reputable companies are charging. You guys have to understand that your name or your business that you're starting right now has no true value. And a lot of things that people want to start right now, as in service-based companies, the only way to really build that value in the very beginning is to forget about what everyone else is doing and try to build value for the specific business owners or individuals you're trying to sell to. What I mean by that is, let's say you're trying to start some type of service-based company that helps business owners get more business. A lot of people, this is a very popular company. How is it that you're supposed to build value saying, I'm going to charge you $5,000, $10,000, and I will get you more business? How do you expect a business owner to see value in that when you're not a reputable company, you have no real feedback or history that you have been successful, but because other people charge that, you feel that, you feel that pride because you believe you can do the same thing they can do, you charge the same amount. I feel like the approach of putting in the hours, doing it for, just scrap change, showing these people that you can actually build and grow their business and add more value to their specific business, and much rather grow it that way, that at the end of it, when you're saying, just give me 1 month to prove it to you that I can make this happen, that I can build this value, and if I prove it to you, then you can think about the idea of actually, compensating me for my work. And if you don't, we'll call it even, and, we'll walk away. That is what I think, people aren't necessarily willing to put in the hard work without, that guaranteed reward, and dedicating that extra time and making it happen. Yes, it's not ideal. Yes, you're gonna have to work twice or 4 times as hard as the average person, but if you really wanna make this happen, the only way that you can build value for a specific individual without having a reputable name or an actual business to support you is to put in the hour and the time and the effort to build that value from scratch, and letting that business owner see that value. So once you have the specific business owner that knows you can actually add value to their business, they're gonna want your service. They're gonna want you to continue doing what it is that you're doing, because you're adding more value. They're making more money while having you there. Therefore, they'll actually compensate you for what it is that you're doing. Therefore, moving in and now, saying like, okay, well, I did it for this business owner. I have a client every single month that is providing me, the stable income. Now I can do it for other businesses and build that value for those specific businesses and continue to branch off of that. The biggest thing is, every business and every product is going to be different. Understand, don't be drawn back by the idea that, well, I'm gonna have to put in extra time and I might not see, the reward that I want at the very end. Understand that this has to be a passion. This has to be something that, you really want to pursue. One of the biggest and most successful businesses, in this entire world have to do with someone seeing a niche or seeing an idea and becoming extremely passionate and creating that value for someone. And it comes down to the same thing, told a little story to Will about, you know, kind of my story of when I was 21. I bought my first house when I was 20. I bought my GTR when I was 21, and I was working so hard, you know, day and night. I started my first business when I was 14. It was a fingerboard company, and I was working day and night. You know, I felt like I sacrificed so much of like my teenage years and just time that I dedicated to save as much money as I can. I wouldn't go out, I wouldn't spend. I just focused so much time to save money and work hard, because I knew at the very end, with the power of, you know, saving money and what it is that I was doing, that at the end of it, you know, by around 20 to 21, I could hopefully, you know, actually have enough money to buy my GTR outright, and have my house and stuff like that, right? So understanding that when I was actually 20 to 21 and I bought my GTR, it was probably one of the worst like 4 to 6 months while owning the car. It was not what I expected. I was working so hard, and I felt like everything that I sacrificed for that specific moment to actually own that car was not worth it. And it came down to starting a group to continue to motivate me. And that group started with TechBud Solutions. That group started with a close knit of 5 to 6 members within our first call. And all I did, there were friends, they were either close friends or relatives that, you know, were successful in a specific niche or were extremely motivated. And all we did was once a week, we got on calls with one another and we talked about what we were doing to grow our business or to start our idea. And it started with that simple idea. I would surround myself with motivated individuals because I felt like what I worked so hard for was not that success of buying your car, buying your dream car, or buying the house was not what I thought it to be. It was not this, you know, glorified just success story. I was much happier when I was living at home and had a, you know, Mustang than when I had my GTR in my own house. And the biggest thing is, you know, these materialistic things don't, you know, really, although they can motivate you, at the very end of the day, having and doing something that you believe builds value for people and is actually causing a positive change or creating just value for people is, I think, a lot more rewarding. And I think now being able to say that I'm able to reach 30,000 members within my TechBud Solutions community, and the feedback that I receive, again, a completely free service, and the feedback that I receive, you know, this thing never being this accessible, and learning the basics and fundamentals of trading stocks, providing a platform where people motivate one another, even if you don't want to get into trading stocks. We have so many subgroups within TechBud Solutions about the buying and reselling of products, people just hustling day and night, and that's one of the biggest things. I'm just providing a platform where like-minded, motivated individuals get to share ideas and get to share their drive to want to be successful. And that's one of the coolest things, and I never really thought it would grow to this, because it started with just a couple of friends and a simple idea of wanting to motivate myself. And now I have the blessing of being able to say that I started this thing that not only motivates me, but in effort to, you know, later on spark the interest in a specific individual and provide, in a sense, the resources or, you know, the platform to spark that interest to later on, you know, create much greater things. You know, this networking kind of platform could either be nothing to someone, because we don't tell you what to trade, we don't tell you what to invest in, but it could also be one of the most powerful resources out there, because we at least expose you to opportunity. We expose you to the idea of how simple, you know, just going and starting your business is. So all I say when actually starting your business is, think, if you have an idea, if you have a product or a service that you think builds value or can create value for a specific individual that they're willing to pay for, create a plan on how you're going to be successful on this, with that specific business plan, and just start putting in the time and the work and making it happen. Reach out to people that are either successful in that specific market already. Maybe you can't reach out to the top dog, but maybe some that aren't huge yet that can kind of guide you in the right direction on how to start. But the biggest thing is, if they're not willing to help you, or you can't actually get someone to guide you in the right direction, just do it within your means. There's always this form of risk. Just do it within your means. If you're doing school and work and you have a girlfriend or you have a family full time, understand that the last time you actually have to dedicate to something, it motivates me specifically that much more to take advantage of that time and actually making it happen. If you have 1 or 2 hours extra a day, dedicate that to learning about your business, becoming the most knowledgeable in that specific business, and creating a plan on how you're going to be successful, and then just put in the hours and put in the work to make it happen. I can promise you that, you know, having the stability of having a normal job, doing everything that everyone else does, but also have something on the side that you are truly passionate about, is probably one of the most rewarding things, and it's one of the things that I'm most passionate about, and that's the community that I've grown. And that's my success story. I've grown a community, a platform that I'm extremely passionate about and extremely, you know, that's my success story. TechBuds is my success story. Regardless, I mean, TechBuds does not make me $1. All my other businesses are profitable except for TechBuds. But the reward and the feeling that I get when hearing that I've changed someone's life in a positive manner is the most rewarding aspect of my life. That's one of the biggest things. And it comes down to the specific individual that you are, regardless if you want to do a for-profit business, regardless if you want to build a multi-billion, dollar company, regardless of what it is. Just understand and become knowledgeable in what it is that you want to invest in, create a plan, and just do it. Everyone has obstacles. Everyone has reasons that they can't get their business started. It's never been this easy to actually start a business. It's never been more accessible to get things going. And I hope that this video can at least spark that interest and guide you guys in the right direction to motivate you just to go do it. Reach out to people that are successful in this business. Put in the hours to making it happen. And it does take a lot of sacrifice. It does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of time. But if you're willing to put forth and overcome any specific hesitation that these, obstacles offer, that is what creates a successful entrepreneur and a successful investor or business owner. And it's as simple as that. Again, this isn't the only way that you guys can do it. I'm not actually telling you specifically on how to start your specific business, but it comes down to an idea. It comes down to setting up a plan on how you're going to be successful, and then it comes down to the execution. Consistency and determination and just your passion to make it happen is going to be what's going to lead to your success. You don't have to be the smartest individual. You don't have to have all the money in the world. It comes down with an idea and the drive and the passion to make it happen and not wanting to give up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up. But most importantly, if you guys are a part of TechBuds Solutions, again, if you're not, the link is down below. Feel free to do it in the comments, or if you want to post it in the TechBuds Solutions TechBuds Solutions Facebook platform, feel free to share, what's led to your success in your specific business, in your specific investment, or in any part of life aside from actually, a business. Just something that you've been successful in. If it comes down to like schoolwork, something that you accomplished, feel free to share it. I really want to hear what you guys have to say, as well as if there's someone that has a specific question, be sure if you guys can dedicate, 1 to 2 minutes and go out of your way and answer their question. That's all I ask for you guys to do. Again, we are a supportive networking environment, and I want to make sure that I promote, this positive environment for both new and experienced investors. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, guys.